Okay.
All
Let's
right,
start
this
with
is
basically the
this is
basic
Paulette,
information.
and she is a soul sister of mine. We both have had spiritual awakenings, and we have, I don't know if you can see behind me, Rolene,
Okay.
we have 18 decks. I'm not saying we're going to use them all, but I'm not going to sugarcoat anything.
Okay.
Did you get my text message of your
I did,
gemstone?
but I'm not really sure because Lumi said she thinks that maybe the person you're talking about was her father. The problem is there's a lot of
Okay,
confusion between which
okay.
parent you're talking about.
It's been a gentleman. I know it's a gentleman. He's kind of dapper looking. The clothes are old, but he wants you to be very careful of YouTube and those around you.
Yeah. Well,
So, do you know that person?
um, I can't really think of who it would be. I mean, the closest one that I know of immediate family that I has white hair would be my uncle. The problem is he's not passed, as far as I know. He's still with
Okay,
us.
okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be someone, an ancestor, but are you close to your uncle?
It could be my uncle, Uncle Johnny. Ask him if his name is Johnny.
This person just has like a warning for you, like to be cautious of the YouTube.
Right.
There's someone in your room that is very, very bad for you.
Okay.
We have 18 decks.
You mean a
Now,
human being that's supposedly bad for me?
it was a message or gemstones, and Colette will explain what chakras are off,
Yeah,
but
I got the text message about that. I was wondering where that came
she
from.
got a message of protection. But I start out, we do have candles going, we have sage, but I have, if you will allow me, to put a prayer of protection around you.
Okay. You know, I have a friend here right now in the room here, or in the apartment with me right now. His name is Mike. I don't think he's necessarily a bad person, but I do think that he struggled a lot with his issues in his life. That maybe what the person's picking up on is that person, which is a gentleman
Okay,
that I'm.
okay. Now, Michele, like I said, will you allow me to put a prayer of protection around you?
Okay.
All right. First and foremost, before we start, I want you to know and you understand this, that before there was time, before there was language, there were sacred symbols. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going to do a prayer of protection for you. I want you to imagine yourself like in this tube, and it's bulletproof and nobody can, just put your mind in that tube. And here I go to start our read.
Okay.
I, Sherry Jackson, call on Archangel Michael in the fifth dimension tube of light. I request that Archangel Michael places this tube of light over you in this and all lifetimes, all planetary and solar systems, all alternate worlds, all alternate universes, all parallel worlds, all parallel universe, and to protect you through space and time by the force and grace of God. I ask Michael to use his sword of light to completely clear you of all attached energies and of all negative energies from your cellular memory. I ask Michael to transmute these energies through the tube of the fifth dimension so they can be transformed into their highest form of light. Should you have any energies that refuse to go to the light, may they leave you now and go somewhere safe in the universe without harming anyone. I ask Michael to close up your aura to all the influences of beings except those of your higher self and the God consciousness, your guards and guardians. I ask Michael to gently clear you of all that no longer serves you, so you vibrate at the highest frequencies of abundance and love and your true spiritual power. May He open your heart to the vibration of the cosmic grace consciousness. I ask Michael to infuse all voids within your being with unconditional love and light. So I speak it, so it is. Amen, amen, amen. Now, I'm going to pull your energy from the deck of Gaia. I always pull energy, your energy, and since Lumi, I will pull two. I will pull her energy and your energy, Michele. Is that okay with you?
That's all right. That's all right. Go ahead.
All right. I'm then going to read you some key words, phrases, and explain your energies. Energies. We ask for energies from Lumi and Michele. Pull the energy. All right, there we go. And 2, 3, 4.
Do you know much about tarot readings or getting readings?
Yeah, I know
With,
a bit about tarot card readings. Yes.
okay, I didn't know how familiar you were.
Okay,
Can you
that
see
one
this?
is.
Hold on.
I
Helen,
can.
help
It's
me
a little
get
close
that.
to me, but pull back a little bit.
The first card up is the mother.
Okay, the mother card.
We're gonna adjust the light.
You also might just want to just go ahead and
First
just read
is
it
the
to me too.
mother.
Okay.
And you see it.
Hold up a little higher so I can read the bottom. Okay, it says the mother. Okay, I see it. Of the mother. In the mother. Okay. Yep.
The second energy is thought.
The thought. Okay, thought.
And the numbers on here, 18 for thought and 4 for mother. Sometimes numbers help.
Right, which reduces to 9.
Pull up the mother. Now I'm going to read you some keywords and phrases for the mother. I usually, only pull one energy for someone, but since Lumi will do the 2. All right, Michele, the mother stands for unconditional love, intimacy, nurturing, compassion, abundance, growth, fruitfulness, acceptance, fear, control, and outcomes. Now, I want you to think about these key phrases. Love without conditions. Encourage gifts and talents. Emotional intimacy and affection. Be supportive. Embrace abundance. Let go of expectations. We are all different. Nurture ideals and goals. Voice thoughts and feelings. Forgive past failures. Release control of others. And do not fall for emotional manipulation. Now, who voices their thoughts on YouTube?
Oh, there's a lot there.
So, your energy is one of abundance. The turtle is on the card. The turtle moves slow, but he gets to his destination.
Right.
That's a very, very good, powerful energy. Now for Lumi, it's thought. And she sits and she thinks. She thinks about air, earth, water, fire, and spirit. There are two faces, two masks. So that is really.
Can you
see the
bring
two
it
faces?
up a little higher so I can see it? Because I couldn't read it quite read it.
Show Michele.
Okay.
Do you see the two faces?
Yes.
On?
There we go. The two masks.
Okay. Two faces.
Who has two souls, Michele?
She has two souls. Okay.
You asked?
Me and Lumi has two souls, yeah.
Yes. So if that was a question of yours, it is quite true that you do have two souls within you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fact. Coletti, I want you to now. Yes, and the thought that Lumi is thinking is to be positive, but to watch out for negativity through attention. Is there someone in that room that always wants your attention?
Okay. I don't know if it's the gentleman sitting on my couch. He's kind of doing his own thing right now. But he likes being here.
But good and bad go hand in hand.
Yeah, yin and yang. Yep, hand in hand.
And if you were questioning the two souls, it's there. Lumi and Michele there. Now, can I ask you, are you the mother? Are you the mother? I think you're the mother, and she definitely is a beautiful woman. And she sits
It's
in
hard
thought.
to say which one's the more maternal because we both have maternal instincts in us, so we work together as a team.
Yeah. Yes. That's the two faces, and look at and the mother is okay. Now I want Colette on the bottom of the deck. Lumi, usually when I do one of these, I'm very interactive and I let people pick their own cards sometimes. Bottom of the deck. Oh, beautiful. Lumi and Michele. Beautiful.
The 10 of air, I believe.
Okay, 10 of. Can't quite see it.
Oh, and then look underneath.
Oh, okay, I'm getting a little bit better now. Double 10 of something. What's that, 10 of air?
The 10 of air, which is, Aquarius energy. When we did gemstones,
yes.
when we did your stones,
that would mean something like completion. Because 10s usually mean completion.
And your Aquarius is amethyst. That's your stone. And they just popped all over today.
Okay.
Now, Coletti, do you want to explain? Yeah, she's got that. The Ten of Air is sometimes it stands for great mystery, but the Ten of Air is if you can get that third eye open, it's just gonna your potential is endless.
Air is always thoughts, words,
Right.
intention like that. Air also the swords, and I always equate that to the double edge, like the double edge. Everything has another side. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the chakras.
Right. Everybody has the other side. Yep.
All right, Lumi. Now we have your energies. Lumi and Michele is in the house. So
Are you considering a new format for your YouTube stuff?
We're thinking about new format, but not sure yet. But one thing is definitely sure is that we're going to definitely get rid of the stuff that is not working for the channel.
yes, because you should not be bound by others' opinions. It's in the
Right.
That's what the air stands for, and it stands for a new format. So if you were thinking of having that new format, you're going to be very successful.
Well, I have a question. This is Lemmy talking right now. Michele and I have been trying to figure out how did Michele go from being Aquarius into a Virgo. But every tarot card reading she looks up for Virgo applies to her, and not everyone applies. Aquarius ones will apply to her. And over again, we see many Virgo signs in Michele's life. And we even took an online test, even though it's not scientific, that says she's only 77% Aquarius, 100% Virgo. And the question is how can that be? That one could be born on the sun sign of Aquarius, but yet be really a Virgo.
Are you studying tropical or Vedic?
No, I'm not sure about tropical. I'm not sure.
Tropical is like, say, what everybody goes by. I'm a Cancer, you're an Aquarius. But in Vedic, there's your Virgo.
Okay.
It's a different.
Because you look at my natal chart. There's 3 Virgos in my natal chart.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would explain that.
Yeah. Probably on the Vedic side, there's your Virgo.
Your sound is a little bit clipping a little bit. I don't think you can adjust that, but just let you know that.
Let me see. Yeah, I have an old PC. If something goes wrong, we'll give you a number and
right.
do
Okay.
it on
Well, fortunately, the closed captions were helping. So.
Is that better?
Yeah. Let's see. Can you give me a 10 count?
10, 9, 8, 7.
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
I had to finish it.
All right, we have pulled your energy.
No, since I'm involved in here too, what about my read? I mean, since obviously we're independent people, how does my reading affect Michele's reading? How does Michele's reading affect my reading?
They it goes from being 2 readings that kind of like teeth on gears. They mesh together because Lumi and Michele are meshed together. There's gears. The way they operate is together but separate.
Like parts of a zipper.
Yeah, exactly.
And we just pulled 3 cards. We have 18 decks out. So I just wanted to know the energy that's around you. And like I said, Lumi showed up in the car in your energies. The two. So now we're going to what was your did you have any questions or do you just want us to roll?
Just general.
All right, just to confirm what the 10 of air means again to make sure I understand that. From what I understand about tarot, 10 I believe means completion.
Yes.
Okay. And then
And
9 is
It's
like
like
transition or change.
you and Lumi are complete. You're together.
Right.
So that energy came out. I told you I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything.
Okay.
Both sides came out. I pulled your energy around you. And this is the energy. And it's very, very good energy.
Right.
Okay? So now we're going to get into a little bit more. If you had a question, we're going to pull some cards. Now, the oracles will be at the end, and the Ashkaic will be at the end.
Okay.
You do know what the Ashkaic records are.
There's, yeah, the S, the S records, yeah. I do know what those are. Those are the whole wisdom.
It's the great library on the other side.
Yeah, custom records. Yeah.
Every day of your life has been wrote down.
Right, exactly. Just like he said in Bruce Almighty, when Father God opened up this giant filing cabinet, he says, "And these are just from today." And I thought it was funny when God was saying is, you said some pretty interesting things. I'm sorry it borders on blasphemy, but
All right, Letty, what deck are you on now?
Oh, I don't know. I was just
Let's go. Let's go. Present, past, future, and then we'll take it from there. Or you can ask a question, or 2 or 3 or 4, because your energy is in the house.
Right. Well, it's always my nature to ask questions.
Alrighty. You see all the decks we have. How many decks do you own, Colette?
45-ish.
45. I only work with certain decks. They're very high vibrational decks. Mm-hmm. Most readers online will not use the Dreams of Gaia.
Dreams of Gaia, okay.
The Dreams of Gaia is a very psychologically based.
It's like a Carl Jung read. Okay, let's get some cards. Good messages. Good messages. Good messages. Oh, okay. We're gonna
yeah.
Oh, okay, showing. Colette, you got the Ace of Air again.
Hold it straight up, please. Okay, Ace of
Air.
Ace of Air. Yeah, okay.
So it's a very chit-chatty type of thing, because again, this is the second time air has come up for you.
Put it under. Yeah, right there.
We have the 8 of Fire, which I'm just going to point out. Look at those orbs and those cute, the light surrounding you.
8 of Fire, okay.
And there's a panda there. That's cool.
Do you ever have any what you would call paranormal things happen in your house?
Yeah, there are ghosts in this place. There are several ghosts that are very protective here from prior residents.
Yeah. Because there's a child in the background, but the orbs, you do have kind spirits around you.
I don't necessarily see them as physical objects, but I do sense that there are definitely people watching us right now wondering what's going on.
Okay, tell them.
All right, so then the third is the Ace of Earth, which anything
the Ace of Earth.
anything Earth comes up to me is very grounding. Like you gotta, get your bases, get yourself grounded.
His gemstones showed that too.
Yes.
Right.
2 aces on the board, baby.
And I think it may be because, like Michele said, since Virgo's an earth sign. Yes.
Yeah.
And Aquarius is
Yeah.
an air sign. So the
So I
question
just
is
want to
could
look
this reading, like
at
you
the
said,
books
be
real
actually
quick.
combined of two people?
Okay, she's going to read you the meanings of, this is very, very good energy around you. There is some spirits around you, but they're not there to harm you. Now, they might play tricks on you because sometimes they do.
Yeah.
They do. People don't understand. Oh, where's my car keys? Some Native Americans, they know them as, the tricksters, the Hyokies, but very good energy today. All right, here we go. Listen up, Michele.
The Ace of Air, which again is the Pegasus.
Right.
In the clouds. A little dark here, a little light there, a little light coming off of the destiny and fate, the law of karma, powerful forces of transformation at work, and synchronicity.
Okay.
Meaningful coincidences and forces beyond my human control are operating in my life now for the highest good. Things are happening now with great velocity. I can expect quick results that will lead me forward with excellent information. So I see a lot, and I think this has to do with being on YouTube, being out there.
Oh, yeah.
You have a lot of information that you're giving out, and you have the opportunity to use your platform to get some messages out there that people greatly need to hear.
Right.
Let's go with the Ace of, the Eight of Fire. See what the Eight of Fire has for you.
Beautiful.
Gathering, the Eight of Fire is gathering momentum, celebrating swift changes, travel, and transformation.
Yep.
Momentum is building as the power of spirit serves to power this transformation. I am traveling to new territories. I am eager to experience all that these lands have to offer. I have arrived at my destination, and now the adventure of discovery is energizing. These are sounding pretty good.
A great energy.
Yes,
I mean, Michele and Lumi are just. I would even venture to say light worker.
The Ace of Earth, which I pulled in the future position, prosperity in its purest form, concrete results in the physical world, abundance made manifest. I recognize the many forms of abundance and plenty. I align myself with success. I can generate gold from the resources I have at my fingertips. I make an impact. The essence of prosperity is taking form in the material world.
Well, if there's any consolation, I'm an indigo star child, so.
There you go. I knew it.
This to me is saying that you're about to blow up.
Yeah,
you're
like
about to.
The third eye is going to go.
Yep.
And you're reaching.
Well, third eye was open once before. Just kind of closed it a little bit because it was getting a little bit too much. But I've been cracking it open a little bit here and there. I've had some really weird dreams in the last few months. Nothing bad. Like the last one was involving a kind of a trying to solve an arithmetic calculation puzzle involving mathematics. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. At least it's better than nightmares where you feel like monsters are trying to eat you or something, or you feel like you're being transported into another space and time, which isn't welcome, but this mathematical one kind of was interesting. I forgot what I was trying to solve the question for.
Do you journal your dreams?
Do I dream? Yeah, I do remember some of my
Write
dreams.
it down.
I didn't write it down, but it was just the one with the mathematical question that came up in my dream. It was just like, I don't remember what the question was, but I was, no, in my dream I was trying to answer the question. It was involving higher mathematics, and I couldn't figure out the answer. It was like, I woke up and said, "Oh, this is interesting."
All right, we're gonna go. Oh, hold on. We're gonna pull another. I can't work my damn camera. I'm so stupid.
These are oracle cards. This is the enchanted map. I like these because they give you kind of a direction.
It's time and it's like a map thing. So we're gonna pull from the enchanted map deck.
By the way, Spirit Mail shuffles cards like that. Cheryl from Spirit Mail shuffles the cards the same way, but she always says, like, you know, at the same time, like in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and she's like shuffling them like fast, just like that. You know, it's just interesting.
Sometimes I find it, if I shuffle it real fast, it makes it easier for the message because it'll just jump out.
Right.
And a lot of times, it ends up on the board.
Right, Truth Told Tarot and Secret Tarot use what they call jumpers. Yeah.
Oh. I'm working on this one myself.
Which is, straight up here,
heal the ouch.
I can't read the rating on it though. The ouch.
Heal the ouch.
Heal the ouch. Heal the ouch. Number 38.
And you gotta.
And that equals 11.
Right. Which then reduces down to 2.
So, yeah, you got a lot. So heal the ouch. Let's see what the book says. But obviously, it's a raccoon tending to a fox. The fox looks like it has a headache. The raccoon's got a fairy on its back.
Okay.
I think it's going to have to do some of, shadow work and healing your, deep wounds.
It can be physical. If you have physical pain, healing is coming.
Well, I have some physical issues because of my knee injury, yes.
It says forgiveness is the healer of the soul. This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul, and mind, as this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. You'll feel drawn to study the healing arts. You'll be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviors in order to heal the earth. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet, eating less meat, or perhaps you'll pay more attention to how much water or electricity you use. You're asked to be conscious of your footprint on the sacred earth and all of life, and to commit to the healing path.
Hydrate, Michele and Lumi.
Okay.
The Heal the Ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. Reconciliations are possible. Let bygones be bygones.
Okay.
I like that. Where would you put that under? You said
It's just as this was future.
Okay.
Yeah. So this would be, I would think this would be present. I think everybody's got to do that.
Yeah, and that's 11. Heal your ouch, whether it's a mental hurt, a heart hurt, or physically, but I'm getting, you need to drink more water.
Okay.
Do you drink a lot of water, Michele?
I drink a lot of tea. I don't drink a lot of coffee. I drink a lot of tea.
Okay.
So
would you add some water in there too?
I'm staying hydrated
maybe,
pretty well.
It's always good advice. Water is a very grounding thing. It's a very cleansing thing. And there's so many functions in the body that are affected if there's not enough water. And it just, even to the fact that you just don't even think straight
Right.
sometimes.
Hold on a minute, guys. What?
Oh, nothing.
Well, right now I'm in a meeting with these people, so what are you doing right now?
Just throwing something away.
You're what?
Just throwing something in the garbage.
In the oven? What are you
I
gonna
don't
cook?
know. I threw something in the garbage. I threw something away.
Garbage?
Yeah, I threw stuff in the garbage.
Oh, well, the garbage is getting kind of full.
Yeah, I'll take
You
it
like
out.
taking it downstairs?
Yeah, no problem. I'll take it out a little bit. I got a couple other things.
Alright,
couple
let me
other
get back
things
to
I gotta
this
throw
meeting,
away.
guys. Like,
So I know Sherry. Oh,
okay, I'm back.
all right. So I know that Sherry had mentioned that we had got some crystals for you. I have the chakra crystal set. It's, the 7, it's a clear
Okay.
quartz, an amethyst.
And then I have my personal.
And then she's got her personal crystals. I laid the chakra set out in the order that they go, and we took her crystals and we kind of just, shook them up and kind of spread them out next to it. And 2 of the amethyst crystals, which amethyst is an Aquarius crystal,
Right.
2 of them pointed directly at the sacral chakra and were directly next to the solar plexus.
So, the lower private area and then up here.
Just, your abdomen, lower abdomen, and a little bit higher.
Right.
There are lots of information online that you can see what each one does, and if it's imbalanced, things you can do to put it into balance, and things that will happen if it's out of balance, how it will feel.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like ADD type things that go along with an imbalanced sacral. So, I mean,
We're just she's letting you know the 2 chakras that are out of balance for you.
and maybe some, meditation. I don't know if you meditate, but if you do, maybe you could find a guided meditation on balancing that.
We have meditation on right now.
Um,
All right, since you've seen an imbalance,
and I'm just gonna pull a card. This is the crystals deck, and see if it has anything to say. Hematite did fall out of the deck, which to me, and I've been hearing it the whole time, is you need to ground.
Look, Colette makes beautiful jewelry
The hermit did fall.
out of healing stones.
Okay.
See my big
Onyx
for Archangel.
Okay.
Colette makes jewelry.
Okay, onyx.
But she's going to pull a gemstone, and then I'm going to do a little bit of interactive with you, like say, pick a pile, okay?
Woo!
Oh,
It's been everywhere.
oh, I see the metal kite fly.
Are you working on anything with yourself? Are you working on any are you on a spiritual journey?
Am I on a spiritual journey?
Yeah, are you actively trying to?
It doesn't have to be like God, because God goes by 1,000 different names. Are you in? I know you're interested in astrology. Michele loves astrology.
I'm interested in tarot and astrology. Yes.
Okay, that's why that deck exploded.
We're gonna find you something that the deck says that would be good for you.
There you go, Flo.
Citrine. Citrine's a very good protective. It's a good charger.
Okay. Let's see. Train. Okay.
Yeah, citrine. Yes.
Okay, what does that mean, citron? Okay.
Citrine in your for jewelry?
I do have some citrine, but I do not have it with me.
Okay. Now, I was thinking if we sent you some citrine, would you hold on to it? Would you either keep it in a pocket or wear it as a necklace?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
I'm just going to look real quick and see what the book says.
That gems exploded just like on the table.
Okay, so the essential meaning: joyful expressiveness, exuberance, and happiness, letting go of any and all negativity. Now is the time for you to be you and to experience the tremendous joy available to you. With all the hard work you do to overcome your old patterns, heal the wounds of the past, and forgive yourself and others as you walk the healing path, you might find that you have forgotten how to just have fun and laugh.
Oh.
Be happy today. Citrine Spirit here is to amplify the joy in your life. So feel it and express it. If you are broadcasting it to the entire planet, because you are, however serious life may feel, the conscious universe really wants all of us to have fun. So you are doing important work when you exuberantly share your joy to the world. Make time for pure playfulness and joy today.
Who broadcasts to what? We are pulling your energy,
Okay.
are we not? Michele, are we not pulling your energy?
Okay.
That was crazy.
Because you broadcast like that is on the money.
I
and
suppose
on,
my energy is fairly easy to read.
and on the bottom is tourmaline,
Oh yeah, that's
and as any of the crystals that are black, grounding.
grounding.
I think a good grounding practice for you would be very helpful.
Okay.
And if
Let's
need
pull
be,
some medicine.
we can send you information on that. You can look up information on that.
I'm gonna buy Michele the necklace that you pulled.
The
I'm just gonna
citrine.
see how the recording's coming out here.
All right, I'm
Aye,
gonna have you pick a pile. I'm gonna cut this deck in 3, and I want you to pick pile 1, 2, or 3.
okay. Pick a pile. I'm going to cut this deck in 3, and I want you to pick which 1, 2, or 3. Go for 2.
Gotcha.
It's the seer.
The seer.
45 is the number, which added together makes 9. Does that image bring any information?
Yeah, look at that card hard.
There's the
It's a
crows
little bit like
flying.
Batman.
The crazy
So obviously the seer is related to the hermit.
I would think. Wow, there's a big old mountain lion in there. There's a bear.
There's a mountain lion, a bear, there's the warrior,
Okay.
the crow,
Warrior, the
and
crow.
hold on a minute. This is from the shaman. Hold on a minute. I'm a little slow because I am slow. Show him the card again.
All right.
Just show it to him.
I just keep the Pokemon ball because of the red and the white on the face.
Oh, you're right. There are creatures in there.
Okay, Michele, the essence of this card is the seer represents the capacity to reach beyond the obvious details of life into the hidden realms where information is available to those with the discernment to perceive it. This symbol represents psychic perception, intuition, and the capacity to know something without prior exposure. The seer knows truth, always seeks truth beyond all else, and sees reality as it truly is without judgment. The seer can read between the lines and understand what is not being said. He represents the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns. The invitation that this card asks you. The seer invites you to trust your intuition and follow it as it leads you forward. You may feel lost when it appears that your hunch is taking you in circles or even through a maze, but the hidden realms don't follow the rules of a two-dimensional map. Trust your gut and allow your perception of your circumstances to widen to include the nuances and subtle clues that you normally miss if you take things at face value. The seer has gifted you with this magic. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Your vision is clear.
Okay, revision. Okay, that's cool. So clearly, it's saying is I have a deep ability to do is looking beyond the obvious.
Yes.
Yes. Just by the fact that you are an indigo will give you a greater understanding and empathic ability to kind of know what's going on around you.
You hone it. You hone it. You hone your, but you have it in you. And look what come out at the bottom. Pachamama!
Actually, Michele actually did upgrade to the 9th level consciousness. I still am. Which would be
So
whether.
Pachamama,
that was on the bottom, overall energy.
so this is it's a big card in there. It's one of the like Mama Indian type spirits, native type spirits.
And the mother came up. So the mother came up twice.
Right.
Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals, and humans.
Right.
She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation on our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The joy and pain we
what I wanted
taste
to say
during
real quick is because the 9th level consciousness, as I understand it, is also the one that's the planetary consciousness, which ties in with what you're saying.
Yes. Yes. It goes beyond.
Now there's the invitation, and this is the second or third time this has come up already. You're a child of the earth. Now is the time to eat right, love right, and be joyous regardless of the circumstances you find yourself in. Be grateful for your life, your body, and all that nourishes you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath, embrace your joy and your pain equally, and discover love through both. Will Pachamama know how much you appreciate all her blessings with an act of service, such as planting a tree, helping save endangered species, protecting the ocean? Now, this is at least second time that it's come up.
Right.
About eating right, about loving yourself, unconditional love.
Yeah, better diet. Better diet's going to really open that third eye. All right.
So I just, while I was here, I put animal spirit, and I've been seeing this myself multiple times, multiple places. You got the hawk.
Okay.
It's kind of jammed
up.
Yeah,
the hawk.
Up.
Okay, there you go.
It's interesting because one of my creatures I like is the red tail hawk.
Yes. God, we're
reading you, baby. Oh, okay.
Let me see. I'm just going to look real quick and see what the book says to see if there's anything. It's watchful, all-seeing, messenger of divinity. When you see a hawk, when you're out and about in the world, or when you're doing whatever you're doing, when you see a hawk, that's the world and the universe letting you know they're there. They got your back. Your guides are with you. When you see them hawks, that's just a reminder. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch over every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you. The winds are shifting, and it is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. When you're in balance, you'll see clearly and you'll be intuitive. When you're out of balance, you will see too much and you'll be suspicious. To bring it into balance, perspective shift. So if you just are suspicious of everybody and there's too much, it's too much, take a step back and look at it from another angle.
And I pulled you an animal spirit card also. Can you show them? The message of this card is listen to the messages of the angels, your guides around you, your intuition, but show them the card. That's two birds.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the hawk, and now you have the
owl. The owl is a wise creature.
And you see the owl up in the corner?
There's two.
The owl is the white owl. That's just sheer intuition. That's sheer divine messages.
Right.
I'm feeling there's a spiral over here on this side.
I see it.
Any of the spirals, especially next to that bright white light, that's learning, moving, evolving.
Bottom of the deck was the turtle.
Again with the turtle.
Yeah, you had two turtles, and this is to be joyful and trusting, but this goes under the mother because that's Michele and Lumi are both energies are here, blatantly here.
Right.
And the fact that it's come up multiple times, the turtle, slow and steady, wins the race. Whatever you're doing, keep going at it. You can't hurry up quick and do it. But I'd also like to point out that there are multiple birds, but there's butterflies in a lot of it too. So there's kind of a transformation, whether you've gone through one or whether you're going through one.
She's an indigo, so
yeah, if you are 100% an indigo, you are here to do big things. You built yourself a place to tell the world about your big things.
Yeah, and it's only going to get more powerful if you know it in. Eat well, get rest.
Right.
Joyful thoughts.
Your thoughts become reality, so
yeah,
you want to make sure
watch
you're
your
thinking.
Thoughts, yeah. But I really think that you're going to hone it all in with diet. It's diet and rest.
Yeah.
Do you get enough sleep, Michele?
Yeah. I sleep plenty. I usually get about 8 to 10 hours a day.
Okay, that's good because the body repairs. All right.
I'm just
now. I could pull another oracle. Do you have any love questions?
Do we have any love? I think the closest thing I got to love is this big furry thing that just happened to plop its way right on top of the computer.
Yeah.
Rusty the cat.
I have a black cat here. My kitty's somewhere. I have a black cat. All right. No, like, when I mean love, do you want to know if there's maybe someone in the future? Do you want to know what happened in the past?
I don't necessarily see me dating anybody in the immediate future, but I'm not
Me
gonna
either.
pre-close the door. I would keep it open as an option. Don't investigate that. All right.
Because okay, I'm gonna pull you.
Well, I'm gonna pull one of these while you do that, just because we've heard in multiple cards about self-love and unconditional love.
Yeah.
So let's just see what Doreen Virtue has to say about the love.
Doreen Beacher had to say, okay.
And you show them that that's a 10.
Unfinished symphony.
Unfinished Symphony. Okay.
It's another 10.
And number 10, Unfinished Symphony.
So, and I pulled it for love, so there's something unfinished. Don't be surprised if 5 years from now somebody tickles your fancy.
Okay.
On the bottom of the deck, the fates.
The face.
So it could be fated that you do.
Oh, okay. I see it.
And also with the fate, you see the stars everywhere. Those are blessings.
Fate.
The big one right there at, mind level. It's just big.
Another 10.
17, which makes 8. 3 and 8.
3 and 8.
I can't read chat while you're or the comments while you're climbing all over my keyboard. I can't, because I'm reading your captions right now, because it's picking up your voices better than I am, so I'm kind of dependent on the closed captions out here.
That's fine. Michele, at the end, we will take a picture of the whole read and send it to you.
So from the love deck, as I shuffled, 2 of them flung out. I was just going to give you one. 2 of them flung out. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Now it shows, a man and a woman, an angel.
Can you hold it straight up and still sideways? That passion, okay. Allow your heart and your head to sing with joy. Okay.
Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Now, I don't necessarily think that this is a man and woman relationship type of thing. Whatever makes your heart sing.
Right.
But
passion. It's passion.
Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you.
Right.
Yeah, that's
let's see. Don't show the microphone. The signs are. I can't read them. Answering you.
The signs are cautioning you. Pay attention to the red flags.
Okay. Let's get down.
So if you're feeling some kind of way about someone, trust yourself.
All right.
Yeah, go over there. We could do, what are you feeling? Yeah, that's a great day. Do a fractal. We're going to do a fractal on you also.
These are a very different kind of deck.
Okay.
Maybe the Ashkaic. Maybe. I'm not too sure the Ashkaic should be used here. One more card, Michele. Or 2 more. Very good read, though, basically. Very good read.
All right, so again, I was going to put 1 and 2.
Came out.
This is a number 9.
Okay.
You're taking off.
Number 9, and it looks like some kind of a spiritual thing.
Yeah, you are like a rocket going to take off.
Right,
Reward.
exactly.
The book, this is what the book says, but you can tell you are, with a quickness, shooting directly in an upward motion.
Right.
In the book, we have liftoff. Energetically and physically, things are about to take off in your world. Hold on to your hat. All your hard work is about to pay off. Whatever your venture is right now, there is a great movement coming. things are about to skyrocket for you. Good things do come, and this is your time to enjoy them. You have done the work. Now it's time to reap the rewards. Congratulations. So we'll put that in the future. And the other one that came up,
Okay, I see number 21, and it looks like a flower of some sort.
to me, I get that it's like an opening in the middle,
There's an opening
kind
too.
of,
Yeah,
kind
I
of like a window to go through.
But
window. Yeah,
Michele, every time we're pulling a card, it's always two cards flying out. One for you and one for Lumi.
right. It
And
makes
this,
sense.
interestingly enough, is receiving. So there's a place for energy to be able to come in, for people to be able to input something valuable. Energetically, you're beginning to draw in the loving people you need to help you move forward on your path and in your life.
Okay.
These people offer you both emotional and spiritual support so that you may see and feel your own value in the world. Remember, you have just as much of a positive effect in their lives as they do in yours. While what you have to give is very important, it is just as important that you allow yourself to receive too. In doing so, you are creating a beautiful energy exchange of growth and support for all.
Okay, makes sense.
So you're finding your tribe. It seems like you're finding the people that need to be in your life to help you do what you're doing.
From the
Okay,
ash planet. So,
Oh boy.
let's close that one.
The light of the world.
The life of the
Indigo.
world. Light of the world.
that's from the ash cave. That's written in your book, your life
Right,
contact
exactly.
book.
It makes sense when you think about
And
it.
it is a number 10.
It's 10.
And there's an old guy on there with white hair and a goatee.
That's who I was seeing. This is shown close. That's who I was seeing. Go down.
Okay, it's a pillar. It's an older man standing by a pillar.
This is the guy that Sherry's been telling. Okay, I'm gonna read her.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is the guy that's been on her.
He has the white hair and the white goatee.
Okay, that's the
And
card.
and it is the light of the world. Indigo, my dear one. My dear one. You are so needed in this world.
Thank you. I believe it.
An old sage holds a glowing lantern and knocks on a door with no latch. A young man inside is too distracted to answer the knock. Your divine being is trying to get your attention. All it takes is a moment of your awareness to open the door. Though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself for you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open your higher self and all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it is up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action in knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision.
Own it.
You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step with every word. You will be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. Now, this deck is interesting as it gives you a meditation to go along with the card.
Michele,
Okay,
Michele.
I'm listening.
Now, she's going to read something, and I want you to do it right now.
With a deep breath, you fill yourself with the grace and peace and light of your higher self. So as you breathe in the biggest breath you can breathe in, imagine the purest, warmest, most loving white light filling up your lungs and then filling up the rest of your body.
Okay.
Your vision opens to a wider universe, and you realize that you have all the time and power in the world. Eternity fills you. Now, when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling just some kind of way, this is an awesome, quick way to kind of shake that funk off and and re-energize yourself and fill yourself again.
When we say taking a breath, I mean fill yourself, and you're filling yourself with all that light, all that, and then let it go. That's the medicine of the ash cake for you.
And as you blow out all of your doubts, all of the negative, all of the stress, just as you blow that out with it.
Okay.
Take in your light, big deep, when you're stressed or da-da-da-da-do, take that, and it only takes, a breath. And you're breathing so deep, and you breathe in the light, the light, the light, the light, the light, the light, and then you let your doubts, your fears, the this, give it.
Send it out into the universe to wherever it needs to go. There is somebody that needs that energy, but it ain't you at that time. Not just because of the soul family thing that we met.
Yeah.
The sisters.
The sisters, okay? Because of, I want to show them the box of the deck. Oh, let me get up my old hip.
So because we, touched on it, soul tribe, and you're like-minded people, I have, the Mystic Sisters Oracle deck. I'm just going to pull you one. We'll see if two flies out again.
See, hold that up here. It says I can't quite read it. It's a little bit too far away. Okay, raise it up a little bit. Okay, the Mystic Sisters. Okay, I see them.
Then a bird on the cover.
Yeah, I see the two. One's holding like a bird or raven.
And like I said, because it brought up about soul family and your tribe and finding your people. So we're gonna see what it has to say.
Beautiful read. Beautiful read.
And you got a bunch of birds again.
Oh my, look at this.
We have, hold on, straight. Okay, it says, I can't quite read the bottom. Hold a little higher. Okay. I see birds, yeah. I definitely see the birds icon of the birds, yeah.
2, 4, 6 birds. The woman, to me, appears to be the tree of life.
That goes with.
Interesting.
All right, so let's see what
the world and the birds cards.
Yeah, the whole your I think you do your spiritual animal is of the winged nature. There's a lot of birds here. There was always two cards popping out. One for Michele, one for Lumi. But the light of the world and matcha goes together.
Right.
And the key words for matcha is protection, defender of the home. Matcha is an Irish war goddess who's strongly linked to her land. She is one of 3 sister goddesses who would take the form of crows or ravens. She would fly over battlefields, taking souls of the deceased off to the other world on her black wings. Battle drums may be beating when you draw this card. You may feel something or someone valuable to you is under threat, and you are compelled to defend and offer protection. This card deals mainly with securing your family and your home, but it's also about personal psychic space.
Psychic space. But I gave you and sent you, we opened this up with a great, powerful prayer of protection around you.
Okay.
So if I was to sum all of this up,
yeah, it's
what I get from it is you have a lot of gifts. You may not
I'm gonna lay it
have
out.
them developed yet. A lot of gifts. Just knowing the fact that you are an indigo, just knowing that you're here to do big things. You have a message that needs to get out to somebody. Luckily, you have a platform that you are,
Yeah.
from the sounds of it, about to just go pretty big with. And so maybe what message do you want and need to put out there? That might be, a thing for you to work on, to figure out, to kind of, help that process along. Because, if you're doing what the
Um.
universe, how the universe thinks it is, then it's going to go a lot faster and easier for you. But it seems like you're about to blow up.
And there's always two.
There's,
So,
yes.
All
do
right.
you have anybody on your show that like doubts you have two souls or two people, or do people give you grief about that?
Two people, or did people give me?
Do they like joke with you and pester you or make ignorant jokes?
I think a lot of people don't really understand how a single person
Yeah.
can have two
Okay.
souls, and
Yeah.
that I think that confuses a lot of people, especially after reading the DSM-4 or the Diagnostic Statistical from the American Psychiatric
You
Association.
know what it is? Yeah. You know what it is? Carl Jung is my favorite.
I like the way my caption came out. American Sexy The American Psychiatric Association DSM-4 revised. And it was when we started hearing about multiple personality and other things. That's what I meant. So people don't really believe that this possible, but we know better.
Yeah. Yeah. It goes further than NASA will ever see. There are parallel universes. There are parallel worlds. There, it's there.
Which brings up a question, but I want to wait until after the reading because right now I'm trying to form the questions in my mind. So if I can ask him, because I know you guys are working on this, I don't want to disrupt you. So because it's kind of tied in with parallel universes and stuff. But we'll talk about that afterwards. Just remind me.
I feel like this right here is a pretty good message. It's there's a lot here. What were you wondering about?
Well, okay. Me and Lumi were working on our life chart for the next life. And originally, we were both aiming to go back to parallel dimension, which is like a Victorian era.
Oh,
Then
yes.
lately, we kind of went to Mother God and asked her, is there a parallel dimensional plane where there's blood elf characters? And she says, so anytime a writer comes up with an idea, it exists in another dimensional plane. I said, what would be fun is to experience a life with another
there's
species.
a spot out there that are all just giants. Then there's another place that's the Palladians or this or that. Yes, it's all out there. And when you complete your soul contract, you will go back to your tribe.
That's funny you should mention Palladians because I am also a Palladian Star Child. Yeah.
Oh, I knew it. Thanks. Hello. Much love to you. All right, we're going to go for your question. We're going to pull one more card from the box.
Okay, so this is the Threads of Fate.
I got to shut my phone up.
Shadow Edition.
Okay, Shadow Edition. All right, I never heard of that one, but that should be interesting.
Like I said, I have a problem.
It's funny because my character in World of Warcraft is a Shadow Priest.
Yeah. So, again, 2 cards came out. The first one, 2 birds with the giant eye
birds
of,
again.
awareness. And that's reflect. I give you a better view, maybe, hopefully.
Okay.
Hard.
Can't quite read the writing on the bottom, but alright.
Reflect.
Reflect. Like the card
Okay,
does.
and now because, let's keep with the theme. You got the Weaver, which is basically
Weaver.
the magician energy. It's hard to
Okay.
do it backwards. You see the hands with the snake and the circle and the enlightenment moon above the top, and the sword with, all of the, and again, with the sword, the double, the sharp edge of
Right.
the sword, which I believe is you and your message.
Yeah, because Michele is good at handling trolls. So that's the sword energy of just cutting them off.
So then she's just cutting them off. Okay.
Are you enjoying your read?
Yeah. Alright. I have no problem. What do you think, Lum? It's fine. It's
It,
interesting.
it was our honor and pleasure to do this today.
So, what as far as you, how are you feeling after you're doing these readings? Does it confirm what that you thought, or has it surprised you, or?
Well, there was some info that I didn't know about you, but I would say that this is the first time that always two cards. So, you know, Lumi showed up in your energies here, but this would be the first read that we did we did it for two souls, and sure enough, every deck, two cards popped out.
So two cards kept popping out in every deck.
Yes.
Okay,
One
well,
for you
one
and
other question I
one
still
for
wonder is
one for
Michele
you
really a
and
Virgo,
one
or
for
is she
Lumi.
just an Aquarius Virgo wannabe? Or how does that work? Because I know I'm an Aquarius, and Michele is kind of Aquarius-like too.
Probably in Vedic astrology, you're going to find out that usually Vedic, if like say you're a Gemini in tropical, you bump up to be like a Cancer. You actually can bump in Vedic. So if she's doing her Virgo thing, yes.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I pulled up Lumi's nail chart and she has no Virgo at all. It's all Aquarius and an Aries.
So one side that's all Aquarius and one side that's all Virgo.
Okay.
No, I think they're both Aquarius.
But they all good. They all work together though. Kind of like Reese's peanut butter cups, right? Chocolate and peanut butter together.
We are in the age of Aquarius.
Right.
And the last time the planetary positions were in this setting was 1774, correct? Yeah, a Revolutionary War. That's the last time. And we have two very maleficent planets that are in play. So people are getting ignorant. But it's this planetary position hasn't happened since the Revolutionary War.
Just curious, when was the age of Virgo? Because my Pluto is Virgo. And they said it was 2,300 years or something for Pluto or something.
Hold on a minute now.
You know who knows?
Google. But the Maleficent planet is Saturn and Mars. Mars, that's great, but you have the lineup is lined up for a lot of a revolution. We've seen that on the 6th. And people are getting more ignorant. And we understand that it's the planetary positions that are driving
The
people.
energies. The last time there was a stellium was in the 60s.
Yeah,
And how turbulent was that?
it's
The age of Virgo was 13,000 to 10,500 BC. Golden age, purity and innocence of consciousness.
Whoa.
So
13,500 BCE?
before Christ.
Wow. That's some time ago.
And the last two cards that came up, the reflect again, inner work,
Right.
shadow work, healing those
Yeah.
old wounds. And then the weaver is both of these are asking you to sit quietly within yourself and to really honestly look. And the weaver, the book put it really nice.
Inner stillness, I've acquired that, and it took some time.
The weaver is the master of their destiny. This deck is named the Threads of Fate because each one of us has thousands of threads that, when combined, weave the fabric of our life. We can braid, nurture, or sever any strand at any time. In doing so, we are the weaver. This card urges you to take inventory of all the threads active within your life at the moment. What needs to happen moving forward? Which ones need to grow stronger? Which ones need to be cut? What actions can you take to tend the threads of your fate?
Okay.
Twice, fate comes up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Slow
Yeah.
down so I can see it.
Yeah, this is a card that you got earlier. It's the fate.
Okay. Right. The
Again,
the face card. Yeah.
That one coming up. Fate coming up again. Again. Shadow work again.
But it's twos. It's coming up for Michele and Lumi. Twos. I've never had a read that this was a pleasure.
This is some, and it's just like we could probably just keep going and keep going. And I feel like it's a lot of information.
Yeah.
Maybe another time you'd like another.
Yeah, let you kind of digest all this and see where, what you can take from it.
And we'll send you a picture of the whole layout, okay?
Okay. Now, there's a question I was going to ask you. Actually, a couple questions came up too. All right.
Okay.
First of all, question number one is there any way to confirm or verify that indeed I am the North American Snow Queen by your cards? Does it say anything about that?
There's not really a lot said, but when we brought up your enchanted sister, it's very wintry. The light of the world. There's a fire going, so it seems to be a cold time.
Okay.
The heal, the ouch. There, it looks like a very wintry type sky.
Colette, I do not know why I want a steampunk card brought up.
Okay.
Can we do that? Okay, Michele, hold on. One more card, and I think that will be that answer.
Is Michele the North American?
Northern. Sometimes the captions don't always come out right.
We're gonna let it pop out.
Okay, it says Steampunk. That's the deck you're using? Steampunk Tarot.
Yeah, that's just, yes.
Okay.
There's the other one.
Always two. I'm going to say, look, the balance.
Yes.
Yeah,
and again, there's birds and crows.
The Six of Pentacles.
The balance.
And the Four of Swords.
Or, Colette, you can pull 5 cards, shuffle them, and if the majority of them are upright, it's a yes. If the majority, but this is the balance, the knowledge, and you're giving it. You're putting it down for these children that are needy. So this is a yes card. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
There's a clock on the Four of Swords on this
Yes.
one. It says 10-10. So again, number 10, completion.
Okay.
The
10
answer is
completion.
yes.
Yeah. And look at the gears. What was
The
the
gears, and you just mentioned the gears that. Yes, the answer is yes.
Okay.
we,
So that kind of answers one thing.
We're gonna take a picture of the whole spread and send it to you. And yeah, it was just you're we really enjoyed this because we've had reads that would blow your mind, but this is the first that two souls did pop up continuously.
Right. Well,
So
that must have been
Michele
surprising
and
for you.
so Michele and Lumi just it was two cards, one for each.
I took pictures. I took like a big picture of the overall, and I got some closer ones. Is it okay if Sherry gives me your number so I can send them to you? It's just easier.
I'll say one thing though is I think Michele and I, from talking to Mother God, she did agree to what we wanted to do when we wanted to amend the life chart a little bit for the next life. I mean, you're working on a life chart in advance. Most people don't do that when they're on Earth. And what we wanted to do, we asked her. I said, if she said there are indeed blood elves in another dimensional plane, and that we could easily be born as a blood elf in that dimensional plane, because anything that writers or artists can come up with exists in one form or another.
Yes, yes, yes.
But why does
Look at
Michele love the blood elf ear so
Look
much?
how much The Simpsons predicted.
So why does Michele love the blood elf ear so much?
You will go back to your tribe. You're talking about your life contract. Before you came into this world, you sat down and you made a contract of all the stuff you're going to try to get off your karma list.
Right.
And when that karma list is completed, it's ripped up and you're good. I am on my last lifetime.
Yeah, technically we are in the last lifetime. We don't have to come back again. They just tend to like to come back.
Some do
But
have
we want
to
to try a
come
different
back and
environment this time.
complete that contract.
Yeah. We are here. We were made in God's image, and we were put here to learn all of those things that we would need to know to be God. We're here, and if you come in and you are here for a purpose and you don't find your purpose and you totally love it, then you have, you come back again and do it again.
Michele, I was legally dead twice. So all it is you jump out. That's it. To the point where I am a full body donor, the gift of autonomy. My body will go to the students to learn. That is the last gift that I can give humanity.
Well, when I die, I want to become compost.
I like that idea.
Yeah, go green.
I don't even want a fancy casket or anything. Just wrap me in a burial shroud and throw me in the ground. My body, let it turn into compost.
Because that's all it is a rubber bag, rubber flesh bag. But I will be, after the students are done with me, I will be cremated and sent in the mail back home. I always wanted to send myself to like Hawaii or something. So I'm going to ride in the mail.
Yeah. Well, would you mind if I actually put this on my YouTube channel so others can watch this too? I think this would be interesting. I'm asking you now because I think it would be wonderful for people to see this.
If you think that it's going to help someone, if there's a message in here for someone that it'll help someone, that's great. I'm hesitant just because I know how toxic of a place the internet can be.
Right.
And I wouldn't want any messages or anything that you did get from this to be confused or muddied by a gazillion people that want to just be jerks. That's the only hesitance I have, but that's on you. If that's something that you feel called to do.
Did I look okay? Maybe I should have did my hair better.
That's okay, guys. Don't worry about it. I mean, I think some people might just enjoy this, and I would love to have them hear two individuals who never knew me.
We
really,
say yes. You have
how
our
close you
consent.
guys got to exactly what me and Lumi are, what we do, and I think it would be very enlightening. Almost some ways, kind of like an update to this.
Michele and Lumi, it was a pleasure. This was the first time we've always had the two.
Yeah, two popped out.
Right.
So many times. Because you saw the way that I pulled the cards. You saw what happened. They just flew out. It's not like I went looking for them. So, but yeah, this was very interesting. And who knows? Maybe somebody that we need to help will see her, and somehow through the wheels of we'll be able to help more people.
This was specifically for Michele and Lumi, though.
Yes.
And you got to work on them chakras. And it was a beautiful, beautiful read.
Yeah.
4, 5s, 8s.
Yeah,
10s.
it was beautiful.
And don't forget, also, we both agree, actually all of us agree, that me and Michele theoretically have already ascended to a higher level. We don't, like you said, we do not need to come back again. But
Correct.
A lot of people will come back again.
Yeah. And I pity them because of the way their earth is. I'm glad I'm on my last round.
Yeah, well, me and Lemmy do want to come back, but maybe not so much as a human, but rather maybe as another species. Like, for example, I still don't understand why I love the blood elves here so much. I think they symbolize something important. Think of it this way: they look like radar dishes, Michele. They're like radar dishes. They're like
But wouldn't you say most likely as tribe, that's what you look like there?
That might be. Because a
lot of people don't feel like, they say, I don't feel like I belong here. And they're correct. They're from somewhere else. And
yeah, I always thought I was from somewhere else. I never saw myself as being born on this earth. Except in body form, because I'm always seeing myself as flying anyway.
Yes. That makes a lot of sense too, though, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And to come as an indigo, you have come here as a great service to everyone around you. Indigos have a high calling, and I feel like...
Actually, I'm part Octarine as well, which is a level above Indigo.
There's a lot.
Octarine?
Yeah, there's a lot. You got the Pleiadian, you got the Indigo, you're an Arcturian. You got a lot. There's a lot. And I feel like you had to be somewhat higher up in the level of, coming here or there.
Well, like my friend Bonnie Edwards, who passed away a couple of years ago, she said, you actually jumped over the level of archetypes. you actually went right from 5th level right to 9th level, but you jumped. But you've also, I've seen you go as high. She said I can pick up on you that you were actually reached level 12 a couple times, which makes sense when you think about it. You got planetary consciousness, which is 11 or 9. The 12th level is almost a universal level. Right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then the very top, the 13th level, is the God level, which I've never been God level. But she said the level of archetypes, you just leapfrogged over archetypes for some reason.
Because you could.
Because I could, yeah. And of course, the 9th level does make sense because, first of all, Michele is the North American Snow Queen. I was the European Snow Queen in Kamppi, Finland. So that would probably be why. Although my role was much more minor back then than it would be considered today.
Have you ever met someone that had the same kind of like two souls like that? Have you ever met anybody
I never
else like
met
that?
anyone in person, no.
Okay. I was just wondering how, like, are we moving into an era where this person needs to learn this and that person needs to learn that, but they also need to learn this and this, and we got to, so they're like splitting, so like multitasking almost. That's just something that's kind of just started floating around in my head a little bit. Like,
well, like I said, everybody likes to keep picking on the multiple personality disorder argument, but when you look under the DSM-4 and the DSM-5 by the American Psychiatric Association, multiple personality disorder is when the two personalities do not work together, but rather one will switch over to the other one because of a traumatic incident.
I was just telling Colette about that before we did this. I said the same exact words.
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, I consider myself, if you want to give me a label, I consider myself to have identity or associative identity order, or AIO. Not the dissociative identity disorder as prescribed in the DSM-5, which is the current standard from the APA. Because me and Lumi work together as a team. Yeah, we're not separate. We work like the Abigail and Brittany Hensel sisters. They're now adults, now they have families.
Are you aware of everything that's going on and being said when Lumi is more present? Is Michele is aware? Or like, do you know what's going on when the other is?
Right. And then, of course, the other thing is, too, just to explain about the Abigail and Brittany Hensel, is they're conjoined twins. From the neck down.
Yeah.
But from the neck up, there's two separate heads. My head would be on the right side. This side. Michele's head's on this side. Yeah. So Michelle's the side of the body with the broken kneecap.
Our cards never lie, and both came out today.
Okay.
The mother and thought and.
Well, I thank you very much for taking the time to do this, and of course we're going to be having a show tonight at 7 p.m. I'm not going to even edit this down. I'm just going to upload it as it is and let the cards fall where they fall. And the most important thing is I want people to understand I do take what you're saying very significantly and very seriously as to why. And if the audience would be respectful for at least watch the video and it might be something that they might find interesting, would you be willing, if they contact you, if you would like to consider doing more readings for people, or how would you like to do that? Would you like to consider that in the future?
I think that would be awesome, but I can't. I think if there's people that need help,
Time, it would be time.
it would be a time thing, and it would, we'd have to pick and choose, because sometimes you don't want to let somebody's weird funk energy into your world, into your, and,
Right.
but, that would just be on a case by case thing. I would think that.
Like before we prepared for your read, we did have your morning show on so the cards could pick up the vibration of your voice.
Gather some of your energy, know where what they're dealing with, who they're getting to know a little bit.
But I never say never.
No.
Never say never say never.
I think it would be interesting to see how that would work out, but we'll just, when it happens, we will figure it out. I mean, I think we could do all right. I mean, it would be difficult to do just a reading on someone we just don't have any information on, but it would be interesting to try.
Right. Or it's basically what they call a cold reading. Basically,
Yeah.
somebody that, you just maybe meet just briefly says, hey, I saw the video on Michelle's channel. Would you be willing to take my reading?
Oh, let's see,
See how it goes.
and the deal was we do have the rider weight, but did we use it? No, we used high vibe cards.
Right. Well, thank you very much, guys. We appreciate this. And like I said, we're going to upload this unedited and let the audience watch this. We're not going to disable comments or anything, because I'm sure that people would love to comment. And I think it would be good for them. We can almost add this as part of the expansion to the documentary, the I Am Snow Queen documentary, which kind of only was like the beginnings or primer explaining about me and Lumi's existence and how we work things. This kind of like dovetails with that. Yeah, it does. And
our cards don't lie, and it's definite that yes, you have two souls in you.
yeah,
And both energies topped out, and they are beautiful energies.
thank you. I didn't know that. All right, guys. I'm gonna just get ready to end the recording. But everybody who watched this, please put a like in the like jar. That was Sherry Jackson. She's in our chat. You know that. Oh, Sherry.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Okay, yes. Do subscribe. Do follow, and do post a like on that. Let me go ahead and get the end of the stream here, guys. Thank you very much. We're gonna probably continue talking for a bit, but right now we'll end this recording. So, you guys, see you later tonight. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
Okay.